System Summit Live brought to you by Marketing Automation Solutions Services, Webinar Secrets, and the Philanthropreneur Foundation. System Summit Live.
And boom, here we are. We are live. I am Stan Shields, and with me, as always, is Dr. Victoria Boyd. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are, from whichever platform you're watching on, right? How are you today, Dr. Boyd?
I am doing fabulous. I've been in this creative, productive mode for the last few days, and I'm getting ready to launch and relaunch and have a phoenix rising of some philanthropreneur stuff. But so happy to be here today to have another show.
You are, it hasn't been just the last few days. You have been in this creative mode for the last few weeks. And so but we can talk about some of that a little bit later. We want to make sure that we welcome replay viewers. So if you're watching the replay of this, thank you for joining us and hanging out with us. And if you are a live viewer watching, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on System Summit Live. And as usual, we have Dr. T, who's watching from Chicago. Good morning, Dr. T. How are you? She says, happy. Oh, let's post her comment right there. There we go. Happy Wednesday, tribe.
That's right. That's right.
Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. You know, it's so funny, though. I never really look at the week like that because my weeks are no longer a Monday through Friday week, right? It's never that anymore. It's kind of like, I'm working kind of every day, whatever, right? Yeah. It's just doing what needs to be done. Maybe
Wednesday
I need to go back.
Day.
Spaghetti day, yeah. Now, see, for me, spaghetti day is any day. I love spaghetti. That's probably my favorite meal. That's hilarious, right? You think about it. It's like one of my favorite meals. I love spaghetti. I love trying and fixing it maybe even different ways. I didn't create this. I found this recipe long time ago, and I haven't made it in a long time, but it's called a spaghetti pie. And have you seen that? And I used to make, that was one of my date things, right? That I'd be dating somebody, and that was one of those meals that I would make, and they're like, oh, wow, that's creative. That's cool. You know, whatever. But anyway.
You know, we always talk about food anyway. But anyway.
That's right. We somehow always seem to migrate over to food. So for people who are new, they don't really know what's going on with System Summits. Let's have you introduce System Summits. What is System Summits? And just kind of where are we right now with System Summits?
Absolutely. I'm so excited. We just closed out our second event, but System Summit is produced by the Philanthropreneur Foundation, which I'm president and founder. Philanthropreneur Foundation is a nonprofit with a mission to build capacity through education, awareness, and resources. And like many other businesses, when the pandemic hit, we had to look at how are we going to reach our audience, those that we serve. And so virtual became that method. We had been looking and already doing virtual training, but now we really created a System Summit to do it on a regular basis. So we present System Summit every quarter. It's actually the first month of each quarter in the year, January, April, July, and October. And we provide education, presentations, tips, strategy for the solopreneurs, those small businesses, freelancers, coaches, speakers, all of those people that are out there trying to do it and maintain their business on their own. But it also includes those small nonprofits. So we're there to be a resource, and we're so excited. Our April event is coming, April 28th and 29th. Money mindset. Are you bankrolling your business the right way? So make sure you tune in and find us at systemsummit.com. Our speaker application is open today. It opened about midnight to last night. And so it literally just opened, and you can sign up to be a speaker. Literally, we have had inquiries already. How do I become a speaker? So if you want to claim your topic, you better go in there soon and grab your topic, because we are topic exclusive. Once a topic is taken, we don't let any other speakers come in with that particular topic. So that was my plug. That's who we are. And let's get into this show.
Yeah, so this is a fun show today. So we've got, speaking of speakers,
Yes.
right? We have one of our speakers from the previous summit, right? And she was also one of our, what did we call the top level
Impact
sponsors?
sponsor. She
Impact
is
sponsors, right?
Impact sponsor. That means she stands behind the Philanthropreneur Foundation. She wants to make a difference in the community, and we just thank her for becoming impact sponsor. But first of all, we thank her for being a speaker, because what she brought to the summit was so valuable. So that's why we want to have her on the show today, to really talk about what she does and how she contributes to the whole business world out there.
And she was one of those speakers that we kind of had that speaker. What do we call it? The
Office
speaker
hours.
meeting room. Office hours, right? The speaker's office hours. And she was one of those speakers that came to us with just so many ideas, right? She just had a lot of ideas, a lot of
creative crazy.
That she's creative. Yeah, the creative crazy. That's the thing you remember from her saying, right? Creative crazy. So, all right, why don't you tell everybody who she is, and I'll go ahead and bring her on camera.
Absolutely. We are so excited to welcome Maria Ortiz. Maria Speaks Love, and that's money love, okay? But Maria was one of our impact speakers. We were so excited to have her on board. She presented your social media presence. That meant, how are you representing yourself? So, but we're going to talk to her about some other things today. Hello, Maria. How are you doing today?
Uh-oh.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we have a little time delay here, but that's okay. We'll keep up. We'll keep up. You know me, I keep talking.
Yeah, we do. It's a little bit of a time delay, whatever. So
yeah. So Maria, just give us a little bit of your background, your I guess history of how you got to be where you are today. Yeah, there's a big
I came from Mexico 24 years ago, but in 2016, it's a big, okay.
Go ahead.
Should I restart?
No, just keep going. Keep going.
So I came from Mexico 24 years ago, but thank you. In 2016, I got a book published, and it came out on Amazon and other platforms. So when I contacted the publisher to check how the book was going, they told me it wasn't selling as much. And if I wanted to promote it, it will be extra charges. So at the time, I didn't have money to invest in promotion. And I thought they weren't being honest, because being in so many platforms, I couldn't believe that it wasn't selling. So then I was watching motivational videos, and I came across a video from Les Brown. And on that video, he was talking about that when he wanted to become a speaker, he joined the National Speakers Association. So I Googled national speakers, and their office was close to where I live. And I thought, why don't I go and contact them? So I called. They told me, come to the first meeting, it's free, and we'll give you all the information. And then so in the first meeting, I decided that I wanted to join. And I told them it's because my book is not selling, and I want to learn what I need to learn. So my purpose of joining was that I didn't know how to speak. And I thought, if the book ever sells and I'm going to get interviewed, I need to know how to speak. And how am I going to be responding to those questions? And so I joined in National Speakers in 2017 in April. It's going to be 4 years soon. And then the following year, I joined Toastmasters International. So just the combination of the two organizations bring me a lot of awareness of what the power of speaking is. Soon as you hold a microphone, people assume that you know what you're talking about. So we need to have the responsibility to know what we're talking about, and also not to mislead people, because anything we say, someone might be put in action right away, and it might be not the best solution to their problem or to their situation.
Wow. Go ahead, Dr. Boyd. She is over there. She's like, oh my gosh, she's hitting all these important points. So what were you going to say about some of those?
Well, I totally agree, because we're so, it's public speaking or telling your story, which she said that a couple times. I've been into that for many years. That's why I'm bringing back, renewing the Philanthropreneur Show, because we had a whole segment called Voices from the Field, which is people coming on and telling their story. But now it's segueing into being a whole book. And it's an anthology that we're collecting all of these stories. And so Maria does it via the speaking platform. I live speaking, or just doing public speaking. I'm using those same stories, but in a written format. So there's so much alignment there, because even though she's doing it through a live speaking format, you can take that same live speaking story and put it into a book format. She did it in reverse. She made the book first and then did it. So absolutely, the power of public speaking is so important, to tell your story.
So I have a question for you then, Maria. Have you noticed an impact then on the actual book sales once you went out and started speaking?
No, and the reason why is because I decided to hold the project for a while, because when there is a lady in National Speakers, her name is Judy Morio, and she used to have a program called Live of the Book Review. So you will give her your book, she will read it, and then she will, if she thought it was good enough, she will recommend that people buy it. So when I showed her my book, she took a while and coming back to me, she said, you know what, your book is a good book, but then it's editing. So I don't want to recommend people to buy it before it's edited. She says, because your second language is English, some of the sentences, the way you articulated them, are not able to be understood. She says, I will recommend you to edit the book. So at that point, I kind of didn't like.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we dropped it internet-wise, but this brings up an excellent point that Dr. Boyd is right on top of. This is her thing. This is right down your alley. She is a book editor. She helps people with editing books and getting books published, right?
The whole author program on the Philanthropreneur, we provide the editing, proofreading, formatting, everything that is needed.
You know how when you write a book, you always think you can improve it?
Yeah, I help and have been ghostwriter and helped people publish their books by doing that editing, because you need an outside person reading it, because if they don't understand it, they really, you write it from a personal perspective and you know what's in your head, but that doesn't automatically get onto the paper. And so you need an outside person reading it. And that's what Judy did for Maria. She was reading it from the reader's viewpoint or perspective. And that's what I'll do in Voices of the Field. You'll tell your story, but I'll make sure it comes across clear. But all of that is provided for you. This is a shameless plug for Voices from the Field. But all of that, and if you were to add up all of the different costs, if you were to and publish your own book, it would cost you about, I'll say $5,000. On the webpage, it says $4,500 to $6,000. But just consider about $5,000 to assemble a proofreader, an editor, formatting the interior and layout, the manuscript, designing the cover, all of that adds up. And then the publishing itself, getting it onto Amazon. I go through Amazon because, hey, they're the biggest format out there. Why not? And
there are some good benefits with using Amazon.
Yes. And my books are distributed international. I have people buying them from the UK and Australia and stuff. And so I can't not Amazon. Yes, there are other publishers for different types of things. Yeah. But I publish this book it's Voices from the Field. It's from the Philanthropreneur Foundation, and it will be stories and an anthology of 10 to 15 stories each time it is released. So each edition will have new stories, but because the Philanthropreneur Foundation provides strategies, education, awareness, we will be adding comments to each story as to how other businesses or nonprofits can take some of these ideas and implement them into their own organization or their own strategy. So it will be a learning tool and storytelling.
Perfect. All right, so Maria's back. All right, so hopefully that the internet's working a little bit better this time. So Maria, though, she's also involved with social media. So we want to have Maria tell us more about the whole social media side of it. What do you do with social media?
I promote myself and I promote for others. What I recently discovered is that promoting on social media is easy and is very effective. I post 45 a day on my main page, but I also have access to post in other pages that they trust me on promoting. So my experience is that it's very easy and it's very effective as long as you are constant at it. If you keep on coming with creative ideas, people react to your post and they like it and they follow you. So what I do is I make a video every day. So every day people is counting on me making a video. Right now, videos is the most engaging tool in social media. So I recommend that you come up on video more often. Anything that you might think is not so big or so important, we need to put it out, because recommendations are you need to make it short, but also you need to make it long. So my recommendation is do both. Sometimes you're going to feel like 2 minutes. Sometimes you're going to feel like 20. Upload both, because there is audiences for both ways of sharing.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yep. What do you make a video on every day? That's my biggest challenge. That's my biggest challenge, is wrapping my head around what do I go out and say every day? Now, if somebody starts to talk to me, I always have an opinion. But if I have to now get on camera and just come up with something, it's like, okay, what am I going to talk about today? So how do you do that? What do you come up with every day?
Well, I do different shows. So I created this concept. It's called Web Shows Vegas. So what the platform is, a way of like having my own channel, but with different purposes. So I do it seasonally, and I do it with different targets. Like when I first created the show, I started with Meet My Friends. I started introducing my friends on Facebook with a picture, and I will do an interview on them. So I did 20 interviews on Meet My Friends. Then I started another one. It's called Pure Soul. So Pure Soul is dedicated to talk about topics of the soul, about meditation, about the importance of the connection with the divine. And then I created the 21 days until Christmas, close to Christmas. Then I got done with that one. And then I started the New Year's resolutions, the month of January. Then I got done with that one at the end of January, and I started Be My Valentine on February 1st until the 14th. Now I came up with another show idea. This is called The Wig Lady, and this is going to be me playing characters. So one of the characters is the boss lady that I'm going to be doing today. So she's going to be bossing around people. And there is another character of a man who is a drinker since he's a little boy, because his surroundings are that, So you come up with ideas. So it's basically creating a concept where you have a platform to introduce topics.
Wow. Okay. You are creative, crazy, or whatever, because it's like, for me, coming up with all those, I was just actually this morning writing down the topic that I want to use to on Blitzer, because I'm creating this evening Blitzer. So it's on Wednesdays, and it's all about marketing automation. And so I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to talk about? There's so many different things you can talk about with marketing automation. So what do I talk about? And I want to make them just little short snippets, but then refer them out to a video or a download or something like that they can actually go to and actually get more detail on it. But I'm sitting there going, okay, boy, I know so much about marketing automation, but what do I put in here? What's going to be useful for the audience? It's hard to kind of figure that out sometimes.
Yeah, you almost have to create a outline of what your segments, and that's how, like the Philanthropreneur Show, I'm going to have voices from the field, so I'll bring on guests to tell their stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have just tips and strategies pulled from System Summit, and then I'm going to have Boyd bites.
Oh.
Little
Boyd bites.
Yeah, little tidbits of information, just stuff that comes out of me.
Wow. Okay.
And so each episode might be one of those, or it might be a combination, but you'll see those three. That way I can keep it organized in my head. Okay, so today I'm doing Boyd bites because I got something to say.
Okay. So Maria, where are your videos? Where would people find these videos?
I am on YouTube as Maria Speaks Love, and I also upload them to my Facebook page, to the web shows Vegas, and to LinkedIn.
Yeah. Basically, if you Google Maria Speaks Love, you're going to find her on all of those because I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to find her out there. Just Maria Speaks Love.
Okay. I just pulled her up on Facebook right here, and I'm going over here because I pulled you up earlier to look at some of this, but I didn't see where there were videos, but I also did not snoop around that long either. But so it's not on your personal page, but it's on your business page, right? We got a big delay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you hear that, Maria? Are those videos?
Well, I kind of migrated my personal page to be the business page because I find out there is a bigger engagement.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
You migrated what to where? I kind of missed that. Uh-oh.
Yes, that's my personal page, but I also made it my business page.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yep.
My
gotcha.
personal page, I made it my business page because that's where I had the bigger following and who I wanted to impact with the videos.
Yeah.
So do you have any things or final tips you want to give our audience? Just a tidbit of a recommendation you want to throw out to them right now? Because I know you needed to get off within 30 minutes.
There we go. Any final ideas? Any final thoughts?
Yes, just stay active and believe in yourself. Use your talents. Learn to identify what your talents are, and know that there is someone who needs to hear him, who needs to.
Absolutely, and that's important to remember, that you do have something that other people want to hear. So many people doubt that. Well, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Somebody out there does. And so just go ahead, say it, be active, just like you just said, and keep your voice alive. Voices from the field.
Yeah, and that is one of those things that I've actually had to work on, because I look at that and I go, okay, yeah, most people know this stuff that I know, right? And they really don't. So, all right, Maria, are you gone? We'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria.
And I'm going to remove from the screen so that way she can, because she froze again. So.
Yes. It's one of those weird days. I wonder where the moon is and the sunbursts are getting in the way of our internet here.
It is. All right. So you kind of did your promo for Voices in the Field, right? And so this is where people can find more info on it, and they're able to I guess learn more about this book project.
I'm gonna put, because I have 2 landing pages. One is called The Power of Stories. Stories. I've gotten so excited about Now Site. You need to talk about that.
Okay. Cool. Good. So I was going to talk about Now Site, and in fact, I got that link in here for Now Site. And did you ever create a Now Site link or not? I don't know. We need to. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, it's Dr. Victoria Boyd /Now Site. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Make it easy, right? So just like me. So Now Site is this all-in-one marketing platform that allows solopreneurs, the coaches and authors, and these small businesses that are essentially out there grinding it out, kind of doing it themselves. It allows them this platform to easily post to their social media accounts, to build unlimited landing pages, to now drive people back to those landing pages from their social media posts, as well as automated email marketing campaigns, automated text messaging, analytics, just tons of content that's out there to help them with building and so forth.
It has put together all of those things that we had to go and pull together ourselves. And half the time we would say, oh, I just don't have time to do that part.
Right.
It has put it into a platform where all you have to do is take your mouse and click to the next button.
That's right.
And do that part. And that's what has been really just a time saver for me, because it now organizes in my head. First you do this, then you do this, and then you do this. And even those organizations and a lot of my nonprofits out there don't have websites. They could actually build out on Now Site a website, but they could do a landing page and a website. So it's all working together, and you get unlimited websites. What can I say?
Unlimited sites. Exactly.
Even if you're like going to, and you have to pay for your URL and get a host and all of that, this will cover all of that in one price.
Less than $100 a month, right? So, so there we go. I just put Victoria Boyd's link right there. So it's victoriaboyd.com/Now Site.
Well, it's actually drvictoriaboyd.com/Now Site.
Oh, there we go. So let's edit that one more time here. So, then what's coming up next? And so what are we going to be doing next? And then,
okay, so we're going to next show, we're going to really lay out our speaker program that, like I said, earlier, that went live today. The summit main page is live also, with the whole topic of money mindset. Are you bankrolling your business the right way? So we're going to sort of kick off those promotional pieces, but then also as the weeks go by, we're going to be doing and talking about different elements of business effectiveness, the team management, and all of those 5 core areas that we talk about. Just I'll call them system bites, but instead of Boyd bites, but just bites of information that you either will say, oh, good, I'm on the right track, or I better look into that and make sure I have the right system and processes and sign up for System Summit. So
perfect.
We're on a roll until April.
Above, systemsummits.com. Go check it out and join us for one of our System Summit events. And again, thank you for joining us today. We're gonna say goodbye for today, and we appreciate you being here. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, depending on whatever platform it is that you're watching on. And we will see you next time for that broadcast. Let me find my button here for the video. Here goes. Ready? We are out.
System Summit Live brought to you by Marketing Automation Solutions Services, Webinar Secrets, and the Philanthropreneur Foundation. System Summit Live.